Ladies and gentlemen, this is Priceless TV. This is Priceless TV, and I am here once more. I'm here because there is one important news that I brought you today, and this news is an amazing one. This is the type of news that I want to be hearing every day. There are things that give me joy, and it is like all the time there are good news or bad news or good news coming from Enugu State. If it is not about International Conference Center, it is about bus terminal. If it is not about a bus terminal, it is about the Hotel Presidential. And if it is not about the Hotel Presidential, it is about a five-star hotel, and so on and so forth. Every day, there is a good information coming from Enugu State. Mostly are of infrastructural development and the new things popping out from it here and there. I've begun to wonder, how would Enugu State look in the next 4 years? This place will be like Paris. Because every time I want to talk about news, I have a lot to talk. Whenever I open my mouth, there are things to say. Why? Because development keeps pumping out from here and there. We've talked about CCTV camera that mounted everywhere. We've talked about buses. We've talked about many things. And the news I have for you today is mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing because what is about to happen in Enugu State has never happened before anywhere in Africa. This is the first time people gather and say they are going to create the best resort in Africa by using a lake. When they said it, everybody doubted, but many people, there are people who did not doubt anyway, because people trusted this man we are looking at here, known as the landmark CEO. He came, he met the Enugu State governor who invited him, and they talked. After then, the announcement was made that he is going to run the Nike Lake Resort. Since then, people have been waiting to hear from them. Believe me, the plan this man has, he revealed it on the interview, which you can also go and watch. He said he is going to build the most beautiful lake or resort in Africa entirely. That it is going to take them 3 years. That what people are seeing on the ground now, they have not started. Because his focus is going to be outside. But before then, he has to prepare places for people who are coming there today. Because as the work is ongoing at the Nike Lake Resort, people are trooping into the resort currently. Going there because of the name it has generated. News across it. These people that are coming, they need a place to sleep and they need a place to swim. Thank God, Nike Lake has the resort has the best swimming pool ever. People go there because of the swimming pool. Mostly now. This is the resort, the swimming pool at Nike Lake Resort. This is the swimming pool. It is the neatest swimming pool ever. See people at Nike Lake Resort. Every day people are there like this, trooping in. Now, and when he was asked what is his plan, because people are going there, he said, no, he has not started. Of course, people come here, they swim, they live and enjoy their life. But their dream is these people that are coming now, when they return, they will not recognize what they see today. Because they have not started. What they did is painting the entrance and making sure that everywhere is neat, making sure that their rooms are clean and their food is delicious and everything look nice. Because the target of Enugu State and the state governor, which is to bring tourism, is not what have started yet. But it is going to take Nike Lake 3 years to build everything he wants to build. And I was like, what? He said the river and the lake is going to be the most beautiful lakes ever. That everybody is going to be surprised what Enugu State is going to look like in future, especially the Nike Lake Resort. That this place is going to be one of the most visited places in Enugu State because they have what other people don't have, which is water, like I said earlier. Here, very soon, you will be queuing online to get into this place because he wants to turn the water into an attraction center, the best one. And this one is a real water. It's not a fake water. So after listening to him, I was surprised. Then I decided to check on my own to know about hotels or resorts around the world that is still around the lake. How do those hotels look and how do those lakes look? And I was astonished by his explanation. I went through some hotels and I was marveled. Currently, if you go to Nike Lake, this is how Nike Lake looks. This is how it looks. People troop in because of this swimming pool and other swimming pool there. People are swimming 247. Remember, The compound is very wide, and if you check over here, what we are seeing is water. This water is the target of Nickel Lake CEO. So, and if we continue going, in other countries, you see how they are making their swimming pool by the lake. Look, this is swimming pool by lake on a resort. They create this like this, and it looks beautiful. So Nickel Lake is going to build something similar to this. And what surprised me is that he said that he is going to build a waterfront. Waterfront is something like this, where people will come. The lake will be very well designed with a stone, and you see boats going here up and down. If you want to ride a boat, then you can ride it here. This is going to be like Lagos. Exactly. See what it is by waterfront. This is what the Nickel Lake is going to turn to. The lake will now turn to attraction center. People can swim and enjoy. They ask him about the crocodile that sometimes he live there. He said there are not many and there are small crocodiles, but they are going to take care of that one. Taking care is that there must be a place that crocodile cannot cross. There is going to be a banner or something like a barbed wire where you cannot swim and cross that barbed wire. That is what I feel. But that one is very easy. It's easy. They will just come one day and check the whole crocodile there and transfer them to one side of the water and tell you, please don't swim over there. Otherwise, you end up losing your leg. Okay, so then he was explaining everything. He said, apart from the water, there are going to be parks where people can do whatever they want to do. Football, whatever, the children. And after anybody visit Nickel Lake, they will always come back because of there is natural water and there is fake water, there is swimming pool for everybody that people can play and enjoy. I said, this is what I've been talking about. And this is what development is all about. Sometimes you don't need beach to create beach. You don't need beach to create a beach. You can create a beach life from anywhere, especially if you have a lake like a Nickel Lake. Is it hard to create this? This is not hard. This is not hard. Clean the ground, put the right stone to stop the sand from going into the water. Treat the water. Finish. This is not swimming pool where you will have to be, washing the water and trying to wash the ground. No, automatically the water is there. You just need a small treatment. It will turn blue. Everything will look beautiful. People will prefer it than the swimming pool. The water here will be much better than the one in the swimming pool. Since you demarcate the area with the red soil will not have means of coming into the swimming pool, into the lake anymore. That is exactly what you see here. There are stones and sometimes concrete, sometimes stones. So the water have a minimum contact with the sand. What that will result? Boom. The water will turn to green with small treatments. Finish, and it will remain like that. It's very easy. Very easy. And that is what he wants to do. And here you will be seeing boats and canoe, people riding expensive boats and canoe, and people will be also enjoying by the water, sitting by the water. And if you lodge here at night, you can come and sit with your friend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, and everybody will be enjoying. That is how to create a life. See like how it is. The place well called. If somebody wants to play golf, he can also play golf by the Nickel Lake. He was explaining this, and I was like, wow. Actually, when completed, there is no way this will not be the best place to visit in Enugu State. Don't tell me there will be other hotel beating Nickel Lake. No other. And you would ask me, because he was asked, why did you choose Nickel Lake? He said that the reason he chose Nickel Lake is because after missing Lagos, or after his land was taken in Lagos, the first place he came was Nickel Lake. Now, he gave the answer is because he went to school here and the wife is from Enugu and so on and so forth, and met the governor, and the governor also has love about development and so on and so forth. I say, I know the reason. Based on what he answered, I have added 101 and I found out I know the reason. The reason is that governor of Enugu State actually wants to develop this place. Go and mark my word. Remember, the minister of culture in Enugu State used to manage this resort. The minister herself, she's a woman. Now she's working with governor. So this Nickel Lake has been the dream of the governor to come into reality. Therefore, when the governor came into power, his dream was to make sure that this lake look as beautiful as anything you can imagine. And after meeting Landmark found out that this man has a big dream. He had a big dream. And the two of them working together is going to be possible. Remember, Enugu State Governor said that he is going to reconstruct the road from the express from the major road to landmarks. The governor has already said that all the major roads that lead to landmark will be reconstructed. They are dualizing the major road that lead to landmark. This shows that these two are going to work together. There is nothing Enugu State governor likes better than what I'm telling you. Now, there is something I see here. I see here. Do you remember I told you about crocodile? See, demarcation here. This demarcation is what these people use to demarcate crocodile, where you cannot swim and where you can swim. See, this is how it is done. But this one could be that this place is deep. That is what it is. Or this place is not deep. That is what it is for the children. Or dangerous. So they can demarcate it completely like this, so that if you are swimming, you are not allowed to cross here. For one reason or the other. See the demarcation where I started. Here, you can see where people are enjoying themselves. This is a lake recreated into a beach resort. See how it is. This is a lake. This is not a beach. It's not a palm beach. It's not anything. No. It is a lake-like landmark resort. They treated it, turned it into a big swimming pool, and then it becomes a beach. Now, the water has a treatment that they put there maybe every month to clean the water. This water does not have connection with any sand again. The water is now looking blue like water from a swimming pool. Like water from the pool or from the ocean. This is actually what Landmark is trying to build. Some people in Europe have water like this. This one is not even a lake. This is water that passes in some places in Europe, in South America, also in America, and they reconstruct something that looks like this. If you have something like this in Enugu State, why would people not go there? This is exactly what he's trying to do in Enugu State, because there is no much water. He's going to treat it, make sure that people come there. Who want to swim will swim. Who want to ride boat will ride boat. And remember, this one is not lake. Lake is better because dirty water is not getting into lake. This one, dirty water is getting into it. Some water that is not needed, not dirty water anyway. But rain can bring water from other place and then it enter here. Therefore, the one Nike Lake Landmark is constructing will be much better than what we are looking at. And like this one, they have designed it and they made it that the water is even sprinkling at the middle, making it to look nice. Wow! See what this one look like. Beautiful. A small bridge on top of there. And people can come here and enjoy themselves. This is what I mean by when I talk about development. It is not a rocket science. It's something that you can add one or two and get the answer immediately. That some states don't have water does not mean that there is no water at all. People thought Burkina Faso don't have water. I told you, Burkina Faso has the biggest lake ever in Africa, one of the biggest anyway. The same thing in Enugu. There are so many lakes here and there. Anambra the same. Imo the same. Abia the same. Ebonyi State has even the longest, one of the longest beach in Africa. It just needs someone like this to come and look at it and say, what can I do here? But he also needs a good governor who will give a good access to what he's trying to do. He would build park where people will come and they stay there, play golf, play whatever, and later they go to enjoy themselves. Tomorrow they will be coming back. They will be coming back. Why shouldn't they come back if everywhere is looking like this? Why? Tell me the reason. This problem that this man had in Lagos may even turn to success for him. And he said it. He said he likes challenges. That he always got better when he faced challenge. And that is the truth. If Enugu State governor help Landmark, they team up, create something like this, looking like this exactly. What you are seeing is lake. But this lake has a waterfront. It has where people come, they sit, people come, they swim. But government and Nike Lake had to build something like this, where people can go close to the water. Even if they want to swim, they come back and so on and so forth. People will be using canoe and some ship landing there. This will be the most visited place in Nigeria. With the name, Landmarks. Aha! Nike Lake will be the most visited place in Nigeria. Just like what he did in Lagos. And from here, everybody will be calling him for development. And I know that is exactly his plan. And his plan is not going to fail because of what governor is doing in Enugu State. Enugu State governor is making sure that Enugu State is one of the best places for tourism in the world. Therefore, all the things Nike Lake Resort need will be given to them. Will be given to them. That is a good news. That is a beautiful news. And what I mean by that it is not going to fail because of what Enugu State is doing is that Enugu State is going to do his best to make sure that anything that can bring tourism will be supported to the highest level. And Nike Lake resort is going to be the real target of those things. It is going to be the major one. Of course, there will be others, but Nike Lake is going to be the major one. See the waterfront, how it is here. Are you telling me that Nike Lake Resort cannot do something like this? It's easy. You go there, you lodge. When you want to take a rest, you go by the water. You sit by the waterfront. You will be eating and drinking. You will be gisting, watching people going by the boat and the canoe, gisting life. How wouldn't you go back another day? Why? Because the experience you have at Nike Lake will be different from what other hotel will give you. This is the swimming pool of Nike Lake, how it looks today. What I mean is here, people are going there today. See how green the swimming pool is? This is when the Afia TV visited them. When he was showing them how the room, and they was narrating that they have just started from the room because of people who are coming for lodging, So they are coming from inside to outside. And the thing is, the reason is well understandable. See people swimming. Very soon, these people will be swimming at the Nike Lake. That is, this one is the real picture from the Nike Lake. This boat is in Enugu right now, moving around the Nike Lake. The lake you are looking at here is the Nike Lake. This one is the real image, the real one. This is Enugu Nike Lake. This place, these trees, everywhere will be reconstructed. Everywhere will be retouched. See how the water looks? Blue. Very well. That is nice. It does not even need treatment. And if we go to another image, you see it. This is the Nike Lake. Reconstructing this is as easy as ABC. The water is already blue. Everywhere blue. People there are, see people here now. Many people going there. I can't wait for Nike Resort to finish because I am also going to go there. Believe me, it's one of the best places that I will visit when completed. Even before completed. Next year, you will see me here, maybe reporting from the resort. So to make Nike Resort a beautiful place, it's just very easy. It's just very easy. But they need time because another house will be built and so many small huts will also be built to make the place attractive and so on and so forth. Because when people talk about Nike Resort, they think about the house. No, this house is just a house. It is the space that Nike Resort occupy. It occupy a very large space of land. And it has water. From that water, you can recreate whatever you want. And the water is blue, making it easier for anybody to treat the water. And this is why when I look at this, I say this is going to be a mind-blowing investment for both Enugu State and the CEO of Nike Resort Nike Resort currently anyway. So he is the CEO now until after 4 years. So let's go and we see all the plans which Enugu State have for investment that made me to believe that this is going to work. And my prayer is for this to work because this is what Enugu State and Igbo land has been missing. If you have been following me, you must have already known that whenever I talk about the development, I talk about spacing. And that spacing is not exception today because Nike Lake is also to create a space. That place he is in needs a spacing. It needs someone who understands spacing like him to look at that place and say, yes, because of this field, because of this lake, I can make something out of this. And it is going to favor everybody. And mind you, that by the time all these things will be happening, other developments will also be happening in Enugu State. Important development will be going on. At the airport, remember, Enugu A will have 9 airplane in the next 2 months. Or in the next month, because they are going to use it for Christmas. Tourism will improve, will increase. Majority of these tourists would like to go to Nike Lake because many people don't understand the importance of space. There are people who will go to visit Enugu State, but not to remain indoor while they are in the hotel. They want to be outside, taking a walk in a place like this, seeing birds, seeing water, hearing some noise coming from the water, people swimming, enjoying, some people from the boat riding around. This is what it is. Not only to be indoor. And that is the reason I say spacing is very important. The only hotel that is going to have enough space for all these activities is Nike Lake Hotel. Landmark is going to be one of the happiest places in Enugu State. Because what his resort is going to do is going to surprise everybody. If you check on my video, I have always talked about space. Space is very important when you talk about development. Why did people like to visit landmark Lagos? It's because of the space by the beach. That is space enough made people to visit the landmark Lagos. If the space is created this way for landmark, people will still visit here. Because many people don't want to be in a choked environment where everybody is compacted into one space. Everybody wants to feel free, wants to walk around. How many hotels has this? There are not much in Nigeria. And the name Nike Lake is going to be powerful. That will promote it a lot. And if you remember that Enugu State also will look better because of the developments coming out, CCTV everywhere on the road. The road looking fantastically beautiful. And International Conference Center working, everybody trooping into Enugu State, people buying land here and there, and building houses, and so on and so forth. Why shouldn't people go to Nike Lake? Is there anybody in Enugu State that would not like to visit Nike Lake? Everybody. That place is going to be the most visited place in Enugu State very soon. Because everybody from Igbo land has a special feeling about Nike Lake, just because the name. And now that Igbo people have started building houses everywhere in Enugu, people returning from abroad, people returning from Lagos, because I've checked, I found that the number of houses that are being constructed in Enugu currently is uncountable. It's uncountable. Majority of these people who are buying these houses, they are all rich. Sometimes they travel to Enugu, where do they sleep? Places like Nike Lake. Because it has European environment. And this is the reason when I look around, I say, if you want to do business, Enugu State will be the best place ever. It does not matter any kind of business. Building material, auto spare parts, food stuff, anything is going to work in Enugu State. Because Enugu State will always go up based on what the governor is doing and the population of Igbo people trooping back to Igbo land. Because many people don't know that there is a revolution happening. A lot of Igbo people have started going to Enugu State to buy land. This is something that many people will not tell you. And I have always said it, that if anybody is thinking that Enugu State is a poor state, let that person go and have seat. Because the person doesn't know how much Enugu State is making from the house they are constructing around Enugu State daily. I don't see any state in Nigeria that sell land like Enugu State and build houses, new houses like Enugu State do. And I'm not talking about only the houses being built by the governor. This is individual houses. There are houses everywhere popping up from here and there. There are new houses popping up from Centenary City, which nobody is talking about. Helio District, nobody talks about that. Everybody focus on what the governor is doing. There are houses pumping up from Independence Layout Phase 1 and Phase 2, Helio Estate, Centenary City, and also New Enugu. Everywhere in Enugu State, houses are pumping up. This is actually what makes Spain to survive. Spain today is surviving because of tourism. And that tourism is not only for beach, but for the English people, Nordic people, people from Norway, German people who travel to Spain to buy land, buy houses, develop their houses. They have land and houses. They have houses as their second home. Majority of rich people in Europe have second home in Spain. That is why you are hearing Ibiza. The Ibiza is in Spain. Spain does not have mineral resource. They are not rich. But where did they make their money from? Tourism. Where are the money of tourism coming from? Homes. What is happening in Enugu State is a big investment. Igbo people who live abroad and who live in other parts of Nigeria or other parts in Africa have become a boom for tourism in Igbo land. These people are investing heavily and people don't know about it. 50% of Igbo people living abroad have home. Now, majority of them, due to because of what is happening in Lagos, that if you build a house, 2 days, the governor will just approve another document, remove your CEO, knock it down, say this is a government property, and there's nothing you can do. A lot of Igbo people have started going back to Enugu, especially. And with what the governor is doing, which governor made sure that all the land are registered digitally, that anywhere you are abroad, you can actually see the plot of land, your own plot of land, with your name, digitally. Nobody can change it. Nobody can cheat you. Nobody can come and knock it down anymore. Fully registered. Then you can go and rest. Why shouldn't Igbo return that way? Now, seeing all these things, this exodus, or whatever you may call it, happening in Igbo land, that people are building houses here and there. Population of Enugu state is increasing with speed. And you are still asking, where is Peter Mba getting money to build all these things and making Enugu state to look beautiful? It is because you don't know anything about tourism. And the tourism has not started yet. From next year, come and see how many people will be trooping into Enugu state. Because if you have been following this channel, you must have known my reasons why Enugu state is going to be the best place for destination. Because there are too many. And for some of you who have just started following me, one of them is security. Security. And the security is related to what we are seeing here. This is CCTV control room. All the streets in Enugu state has CCTV monitoring every movement. If you are working on Enugu state and maybe one thing or the other happened to you, they only need to know the street that you work on. They will go and revise the CCTV over there and they will say, you pass here. Yes, by 9 o'clock you pass here. Maybe the next street, they must see you. They go and check the next street and they will see you passing there. And everything, you are being recorded like Europe. And this made crime to reduce completely in Enugu state. All these reasons with nice road being constructed in Enugu state, everywhere looking beautiful. Then tell me why Enugu state is not going to be the most visited place in Nigeria. Remember, Enugu state won the most beautiful state in 2025, defeating Abuja and Lagos, hands down. And you tell me that landmark is not going to succeed? Let them build all these things they have planned for. Let them rebuild the Nickel Lake, treat the water, spend money there, make it to be unique. Let the world come and see how a lake is being transformed, and tell me what the result will be. Igbo people have been crying for something like this. The type of number of people that will be queuing online to go to the landmark Africa will be uncountable every day. Igbo has population. Lagos has 20 million population. The Igbos have more than what Lagos has. And the only place they can do what I'm talking about is landmark. So if landmark Nickel Lake, actually, with the governor, they build what I'm talking about, something that look like this, people will troop in here more than Lagos, 5 times more than Lagos. The reason is that he does not have competitor. Number 3 is that government is backing him 247. Why can't they succeed? And believe me, what I'm telling you, they have also seen it. That is the reason they commence the project. Everything you see here, they've all discussed about it, knowing that there is no way this is going to fail. And when I had the Landmark Africa talking about their plans to make Enugu one of the most visited places, that people are going to surprise over what they are going to build, that this is not the type of resort people have seen in their life, that they should watch and see. But to get everything completed will take them at least 3 years. But after the 3 years, let people come and view what landmark resorts will have in Enugu state. And they are going to have it for at least 30 years. After 30 years, then they may talk about renewing the contracts. If you have landmark resorts like this in Enugu state, what do you think will happen? That people will not go here? People will go here. Why not? Build it exactly like this, as you are seeing. Place some white sand for children to play, and also for swimming. Cleaning the white sand sometimes. Bringing white sand, placing it on top all the time. People will be sitting here. Man, this become the most visited places in Nigeria. And this is also going to elevate the name of landmark. From here, other states will be queuing online. Even if he tells the governor to do it himself, many governors would like to do it, following his instruction. And when I heard him talking about all these things, I said, yes, I know exactly what this man is going to do in Enugu state. This is what he wants to do. He wants to create artificial beach where people go to play golf, they enjoy, and resort by the side. That if you don't want to live, rent a room at a resort, you can actually come to here as a beach, enjoy yourself, and later you go. At night, both the night and days. He said he is not building a hotel. He's building a resort where people will come and enjoy. Enjoy life. Artists coming to perform. Live music 247. You see people selling one thing on the other in small kiosks that look like Europe. Then what again? This is his plan. And when I saw it, I say, this is a good plan because this is the type of things that I have been preaching for. Nothing is impossible. And it does not cost a lot of money to do. It does not cost a lot of money to do. Many people don't know this. To build this is not all that expensive. It's not all that expensive. And what it will generate is what more than 50-story building will generate. Because the more people visit here, the more you make money. The more the business boom. All the Igbo people will be trooping here. I have always said it. That what Igbo people need is a place to go. A place that will suit both man and woman. Both young and the old. And that place is actually Landmark Resort Enugu. Go and mark my word. Many people will be coming from Lagos because of this landmark. Many people coming from Aba, from Onisha, from Abakaliki to visit the landmark. If Enugu gets this plan of governor very well, because governor's plan is to make Enugu the destination point for Igbo people and for Nigeria to do what Nigeria could not do. If they get it right, which I know they will, because Igbo people need just a clean environment, it will be the talk of the town. Therefore, I can't wait to see a landmark gotten everything done in Enugu State and everything functioning 24/7. Because when he narrated how he is going to build the place, I just pictured everything and I say, wow, is this what this man wants to construct? And that is the reason I made sure that I got the images that could explain what he meant. Because sometimes when people are talking on interview and explaining, it is difficult for everybody to understand what he's saying. But viewing the images, viewing what is on the ground there now and what will be on the ground later, you will understand that what he's talking about is easy. It's easy. Some places abroad have this thing and they take it just common. It's just common. Africa, if you have something like this, people will pay get fit to see it. I'm telling you, if Landmark build something like this, then we don't need the beach anymore. We don't need the beach anymore. Many places have it abroad and nobody even visits it. But come and see it in Nigeria. Build this thing as Nuke Lake Resort. Go and sleep. People will be queuing online to visit here. The environment of this place will change completely. Everybody will be dreaming to come to Nuke Lake. The size of Nuke Lake is exactly the size of this water you are looking at. And you tell me they are going to get it wrong? Why? Is it too hard to build this? And remember, when you build it, you have it for the rest of your life. You have it for the rest of your life. This is very easy. To build it is very easy. Bringing large quantity of stone, big stone, heavy stone, as they filled Eco Atlantic. Placing the heavy stone in the beginning. When the top arise, then you build this one, and then this one will be placed later on quietly. The first one will then be hold this one, and then you build something like this at the top again to demarcate this from the ground. The work is done. The work is done. In 6 months, this is done. I'm telling you, you just need tippers that will be supplying big stone in the beginning, making sure you fill everywhere. And when you go to this stage, you place this one. Because the stone is heavy, it's not going to shake. It will remain like that forever. This is very, very easy. And this is what Landmark say he's going to create waterfront, where people will be laying, enjoy themselves. Who want to lay on the grass, see what is happening there, they will lay on the grass. Who want to just be watching, will watch. Who want to swim, will swim. They will clean the water and make sure that where crocodile is not where people swim. They control the number of crocodile that is there. Finish. If it is as beautiful as this, or even for what I believe, the Landmark Resort will look more beautiful than this one, then tell me why people are not going to go there. Have where people play football, where people play basketball, where some people play golf, like this, by the side, making sure that all around the lake is used for funds. You have people that clean here all the time. You have people that cut the grasses. Then tell me why people will not visit Nuke Lake. I heard him and I say, yes, this is what I would like to happen in Igbo land. And when it happens, it is going to be mind-blowing. It's going to be mind-blowing. So let me, and for some of you who have been following my channel for some time, you must have known that each time I talk about anything, I also talk about some things that I feel that Nigeria lacks. The reason I do that is because I want the type of development Nigeria has to change. And each time I want to talk, sometimes I criticize some governors for what they are doing, for not doing the right thing. But I find it difficult to criticize Enugu State governor because everything I'm talking about, he's doing them. This is a governor that has been in office for 2 years. See buses everywhere. Now bus is running in Enugu State. A-line is running in Enugu State. Asphalt company is functioning in Enugu State. He's using it to tide roads in Enugu State. Enugu road become the best in Nigeria. Enugu won the most beautiful state in Nigeria in 2025. This is something that's unimaginable. Therefore, what I'm talking about today, or what I'm going to talk about today, is not only for Enugu, because Enugu is now getting it right. And I know that in the near future, Enugu will be challenging Europe. They will be challenging Europe. So what I'm going to talk about is not going to be for Enugu alone. So if you had checked, my anger and the reason I opened this channel is because of the way because of the way Nigeria construct their road and build the city center. Nigeria does not have city center. And this made me to be angry. And I said, I must be talking about these city centers and talk about walkways and bicycle track as well. Because this is the reason development is not coming to Nigeria. This is the reason tourists are not coming to Nigeria. Because if you come to Nigeria, where do you go if you visit Nigeria? Except in Enugu State that the governor have started performing wonder. And the wonder in Enugu State is mind-blowing that Landmark also is going to perform another wonder. Therefore, let me pack Enugu State back, because Enugu State is the best in Nigeria. So we cannot use the best to make bad example. Okay? So what I'm talking about will be generally for everybody. That a state in Nigeria does not have a city center is a disadvantage for that state when you talk about tourism. And what does it take for any state to build a city center like this one? Every day, governors are saying, I am expecting more than 1 million people to visit my state. I am going to build a place where people will be enjoying, but we don't have city center. If 1 million people visit your state, where would they go? We don't have beach. And this is including Lagos. That is the reason Enugu State won the best in 2025. People go to Lagos, they don't have good beach to go. If you go to beach, you pay. This is not how a city is done. You need to create a space like this for everybody. It is known as city center. It could be where there is bus terminal very close, train station very close, everything very close, shopping malls, shopping centers very close. Then you talk about visitors. Then the visitor will come to your community and they know where they will go and relax. Then you talk about tourism. How do you invite people to come to your state and they don't have city center where they go and jog? See these people, they are all jogging. This is not prototype. This is a real picture. Everybody is busy doing one thing or the other. You don't need to talk to people. You can do on your own. How is it that a whole country like Nigeria does not have a city center where everybody will just go and enjoy? No city center, nowhere. If someone wants to jog in Nigeria, where would he go? The other day, I was watching Sowore jogging in Abuja. He was jogging on a road shoulder, on express. Vehicle has to be following him at the back to avoid him being knocked down by other vehicle coming from his back. The whole Abuja does not have where you can jog. They don't have bicycle track. And this is the reason I always say, and I will always say it, Lagos and Abuja, they are the worst major city in Africa. Because the town planners did not do nice work. How would Lagos State, being the capital of Nigeria, cannot even have a city center that look this way? This is the poorest area in Europe, but they still have a large city center. Think about their children, their future, everything. If you want to go and do exercise, you can come here. If you want to sit, you can see benches here. You see benches here? If life tire you, you can come here, sit with your girlfriend, boyfriend, and talk about the next plan to do. What you are saying is not parking space. This is not parking space. See, we have a vehicle park here. This place is made for free for children to come run here with their children, but this one is the poorest area. The whole country does not have it. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And sometimes I listen to Ghana and Nigeria argue which country is the most beautiful. And when you want them to show you something like this, city center, they begin to show you street with the total building, with congested streets with total building. People selling onions by the street hardly before you pass. This is what is happening at Marina in Lagos. The worst marina ever. Go at the Google Marina Road. Just Google Marina Road and leave it. All the marina road around the world is by the beach, wide space, where children train. Everybody is running happily, enjoying themselves. Lagos, it reached their turn. There, they build the worst road. They call it Lagos Calabar Highway. Use it, block the whole marina. Where do people enjoy them? No place for anybody who is visiting Lagos. If somebody comes from abroad and say, I want to visit Lagos, and then if you visit Lagos, let's go out in the evening, where would you go? Let's go out with children and so on. Where? No place. You have to go to supermarket or go to a shopping mall. No place like outside where children can enjoy. Everybody will be playing, or even somebody wants to jog. See a place here. See. This is city center. This is what it is all about. And I am happy that Enugu understood this. Enugu State understood what I'm talking about. Because Enugu State is now building Enugu into this line, trying to create places where people will come and enjoy. You need a city center like this for people to come. Everybody will be free to enter. What you are seeing here will be market, where you have shopping malls. Children can enter. Whoever wants to train can train. If somebody visits you and you don't know what to do, you come here. You tell your children will be playing. After they play, everybody get tired. They go inside. Then you demand for fast food for the children and so on and so forth. This is my target, to make sure that Nigeria change the way they construct road and cities. Everything is not about money. Everywhere government is selling land, until you saw your city center. No space for you to create a city center. Is this type of thing hard to do? It's not easy. It's not hard. And when I heard about landmark, I know landmark is going to get it correctly. Because Nigeria don't have this. Since Nigeria does not have it, build something very attractive, wide, and the best place to do it is by the water. People will drop in. Because this type of thing is what Nigeria don't know about. This is actually what is bringing tourism and development in some countries. Go to Europe especially. The image I'm showing you might be Europe or South America. You see this, what you're seeing here? If it is, it will be like somewhere like Philippines or something, or area like that. You see that ordinary street is very, very wide. But when you visit a place like Philippines, you visit a place like Colombia. The Colombia, you are hearing that Colombian mafia and so on and so forth. They have places like this. If you come down from your hotel, you can actually sit here. You can even go ask anybody question. They will answer you. Restaurants here, there, everybody. The road will be very, very spacious for everything. All our road is measured the same measurement. Either 1 lane or 2 lanes, 1 lane or 2 lanes, 1 lane or 2 lanes. This is exactly what they're talking about. Dual road or not dual, 1 lane or 2 lane. Nobody talks about pedestrian. Nobody talks about city center, and nobody talks about parks. All these things I mentioned are more important than road. Where people walk is more important than road. But Nigeria don't know it. Because this thing I mentioned actually is what actually brings tourism. Anyhow, people must find a way to get to the city center. There is express everywhere. People may come to your city and they will not go to the village. They will not go to the village. Even if they go to the village and the village has bad road, it's normal. Some village in Europe has bad road. Some village in Asia have bad road, They view it as village. But at least when they come to the center, it has to look beautiful. But you will have bad road in the village and bad road in the town, and the city center still not well planned. And then you and the Ghana will be competing. Which country is more beautiful? This is useless. Ghana does not have what I'm talking about. Nigeria too don't have it. Of course, Ghana has pedestrian walkways. Some places also in Lagos have, but they don't have parks, and they don't have they don't have parks, and they don't have city centers. The type of park they have is museum, where you can go and view one thing or the other and you pay. No, when I'm talking about the center of the city, everybody is free to go. In there, it is where you can get trained, everybody is free. Normal street, normal place, normal park. And everybody is expecting tourism because you are competing with Ghana, you are competing with Abuja, competing with Lagos. All these places are bad planned area. West Africa don't have good architects. Or maybe the fault is from the land planners, not the problem of architect. Or the problem could also come from the governors who don't want to build something like this. They want to build road and commission a road. And the road, they do it as fast as possible, and a two-lane road, and everybody will be clapping hand. Yes, our road is better now. 3 years ago, before the other governor, road was a pothole everywhere. Every day we are talking about potholes. Just because you tie road, people will be clapping for you. Wike was being praised to tie road in Abuja. This is a shame. What is wrong with us? Road that does not have park, does not have pedestrian walkways, does not have bicycle track, does not have important things. They will be clapping for a minister for tying road in Abuja, saying road in Abuja now is better. Later on, they will take it to compete with Ghana. It's unbelievable. What is happening to Nigeria is something that I don't know how to explain it. Do you have any place like this in Abuja? No. They are clapping for Wike for constructing road that where car will pass. I saw very dark man the other day. He was complaining at roundabout. Wike, please come and fill it. This place is leaking. Wike, please help. Our people are crying. Wow. Then after 2 weeks, very dark man went to the same road. This is an Abuja center. Some of you must have seen it. He said, we thank God. Wike has heard our prayer, and he came and repaired the road. Road in Abuja, you are clapping for governor. You are calling governor to come and repair. The road does not have pedestrian walkway. It does not have, what do you call it? City center. It does not have park. It does not have nothing. Normal road in Abuja. Normal road, they are building. They are constructing everywhere in Nigeria. And you tell me that we don't have problem. We need to talk more about our problem. And that our problem is parks. And that park, I mean, is city center park. Something like this. Wide. People will come, they have liberty to walk anywhere. Space. What is wrong with us? So I look at all these things, I say, that is a big problem. We have a big problem. Our big problem is that everybody's competing with Lagos and Abuja. When Lagos and Abuja does not have what is making a city beautiful. There is nothing like this in Lagos where you can go and enjoy yourself. You see where this woman is sitting here? Let me come. That life tire, you can go here and sit. That's by my left. There is nothing like that. What you are seeing is not prototype. This is a live picture. This is a live image. At this park, there are seats everywhere. See bench here by my right. See two people sitting here. See boyfriend and girlfriend posing for picture. The image I'm using is from these people. They pose to take picture. And the image happened to appear on internet, and I got it from them. Why is it that we can't have places like this? What is wrong with Nigeria? City center becoming possible. And you need development, you need tourism. We have not started. Things are going down if we don't change the way we construct road. If governors are coming only to repair road and construct the type of road our fathers have been constructing, we are going down the drain. Tourism is very important. And there is no way a rich man can help us. Dangote cannot do this. No. Because it needs town planners coming together, discuss how they want their city to look like in the next 100 years. This thing will be registered, some places will be knocked down or will be recreated. Allen Onyema cannot help Anambra State. No. They cannot help anybody. No. It is governors that will come up and be building something that look like this at the center. Creating road that look like this at the center. Making sure that there is space. Sometimes it does not have to be building. It just has to be creating space. Making sure that everywhere is empty. People that visit you have where they go. This place you see here, there are 2 or 3 people that manage here. Their own is walking around here, picking some bottles, plastic bags, everything the same. Cutting the flowers, making sure that the ground is okay. Collecting the dustbin. They are just paid like that for each park you go. Sometimes they wear reflectants, sometimes they are just normal human being walking around here. Every day that becomes their work. They are paid by the government. In one way, government is not making a dime from parks. Like if you build a park like this, you are not making a dime from here, but you make money from the tourism it generates generally. If Enugu State has something like this, Enugu State will not make a dime for having a good feed. Nothing. If at all you will make a dime money, it is maybe nothing. It will not make money. Nothing. Now, but this will make people to be trooping into Enugu State. This will make people to come and buy something that is inside here. People will then be trooping in, be buying things, fast food and so on and so forth. Here you can also see some stores that sell footwear and so on. Everything will be inside here. This is how it is done. You may not make money from here, but that's why it is the government that will build it. But stores that are here, they pay tax. They pay money. And people who come here are people who come to Enugu State for tourism. They also come from other states or from other countries, even to visit Enugu State. So you are not building it to recover the money. No. The people who build here, they not build it to recover the money. Nobody's paying anybody here. And this is the reason it is the work of the government to do. It is the work of government to do. Nobody is paying anybody because government built this here. Government cannot recover money it is spent here. But whatever the money he built here is the reason people love to come here. But Nigeria can never do anything without thinking about how much he will gain from it. Which profit will he gain from it? No. You see what you see here? Check by my left. This is fun area for children. Children will come, they will climb here, they will fall. They will climb here, they will fall. They will climb again. The other one is climbing the mountain. Government is not collecting penny from them. But because they want tourism for people who are coming to live in the community, they have children, and the children, they return from school. Where do they go? They come here, they run around, they jump around, and so on and so forth. That is exactly what we are talking about. Nigerians cannot do anything without thinking about how much profit they are making. Now, sometimes you build something for tourism, especially the city center. You create it for the children, for everybody to be enjoying, walking there, enjoying. And after going through Nigeria, I found that this thing is not much. I say there is no way Landmark is not going to succeed. No way. If Landmark and Enugu State join hands together, Enugu building good road leading to Landmark Resort as well, developing the waterfront the way it's supposed to be, a real waterfront, making sure that everywhere is clean and the people can come and enjoy. These are the things that the entire Nigeria need. Due to being supported by the government, Landmark can do it anyhow he wants to. Make sure that he prepared the place very, very well as we are talking. Making sure that whoever come there will have the type of experience we are expecting. Not the type Nigeria always build to make sure that they gain money. No. Landmark with the government must do something that will look beautiful. People can gently come and enjoy themselves. This is not a beach. This is not anything. It's just water, a lake. Exactly like Landmark. No difference. Nike Lake is bigger than this. Clean it. Reconstruct it. Enugu State government also have to spend money here. Then, tell me why Landmark is not going to function. Why Landmark is not going to succeed. Tell me. You have this and Landmark, you think it's not going to succeed? You are joking. Unless Enugu State government and Landmark are not serious. But based on what Landmark said, he said it is going to be different from what anybody expected. There are things like this because I know the type of governor Enugu State has. Enugu State governor is going to give Landmark all the proper support Landmark would need. And they are going to turn Nike Lake into what you never expected that would happen in that area. Therefore, we will only cross hand and wait. Because the plan of Landmark and Enugu State is going to blow everybody's mind. He said it will take them 3 years, and they have not started anything yet. That whatever you are seeing is what they are doing to make sure that people who are there now have a place to sleep, a place to enjoy, a place to do everything. And as the work continues. So we cannot wait to see all these things that I believe are going to work. Because there is no way they will get it wrong. Since Enugu State won the most beautiful state in Nigeria, is not by mistake. It is because Enugu State government and the governor understand the type of development I'm talking about. It's not about skyscrapers. No. It's about spacing. The little things you have to do it properly. Landmark has to treat that place properly. And Enugu State, I know, is going to support Landmark. Because based on what Landmark is saying and what Enugu State have been doing, I have already known that they will get it 100%. And once they got it 100%, the rest of Nigeria will copy from them. So, in order not to make this video too long, my own is to show you the target of Landmark and why I believe Landmark is going to get it right. It's because of other things Enugu State government has done. Enugu State governor came the other time, say he's going to rebuild Hotel Presidential. He rebuilt it. He said he's going to bring 5-star hotel. He brought it to life. He said Landmark is going to be one of his targets to make sure that Landmark came back to life. Landmark Nike Resort, that is going to be one of the best places. I know he's going to do it. Therefore, let's clench our hand because that resort does not only belong to the Landmark, but belongs to everybody. Everybody wants to see it progress. Therefore, you will see me here next time when I'm going to talk about the landmark resort, because I know how important the place is going to be for the Igbo people and for Nigeria entirely. For people also who don't believe that water, that a landlocked state can actually create something that looks like water, that look like a beach, and people will be trooping in. That is going to happen in Enugu State, and people are going to see it happening. In Europe, in Asia, in Australia, there are so many places that look like this picture you see here. There are people who are creating so many things by their lakes. There are people who are redesigning their lakes. There are people who are creating resorts from their lakes. And when I heard that Landmark Africa wants to take over Enugu Nickel Lake and turn it into Landmark Enugu into lake, I knew exactly what he meant. When I heard him talking about waterfront where children, men and women will come, they can swim, the water will be treated, they are going to create one of the best lakes anybody has ever imagined. I know exactly what he meant. So thank you very much for watching, and I will come to talk about this landmark when the real project commences, because he said the real project has not commenced. But his dream is what he discussed with the governor, and this is what they are going to build. So I cannot wait to see what they are going to build to come into reality. So thank you very much for watching, and I know it that you've been watching Prizes TV.